When we discuss on spirituality, a lot of people say, "Hmm, this is not something for me. Why this ultimate destination and all that? Why suffering? I don't want to discuss all this, right?" So we have to understand that most of the people, when we do not understand that we are not this body, we are a spirit soul, we do everything which is required for this body and not at all bother about the real I, which is which we are, which is soul. There's a beautiful story which is given in our scriptures. There is a king who also had a similar policy saying, live a life king size, khao piyo, mauj karo, you know, don't bother about anything else. Just eat, drink, and be merry, right? So he was living his life, and a Brahmana came to the king and he said, King, let us discuss something on spirituality, something on soul and the destination of life. And King says, oh, please, 1 minute. No, 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 not for me. Says, why, King? You see, Brahmana, you want a donation? Please take donation and please leave. I'm not interested to hear all this. So Brahmana thought for a while and then he said, okay, if you want to give me a donation, I have one request. Would you fulfill me? He says, okay, go ahead. He says, just go around in your kingdom, just send somebody and find the most biggest fool, a Mahamurkha, in your kingdom, and just appoint him, pay him salary every month, give him one danda to go around in the kingdom. That's it. This is my expectation. The king says, okay, okay, fine. So he calls Mantri and says, go and identify the best of the Murkha in our kingdom. And as discussed here, just give him a danda and let him ask him to just go around. He says, okay, fine, done. So they do the search, they find the Mahamur, they give him a danda and says, just go around in the kingdom. And now the king is living his life and he comes now to his deathbed. Death is invariable, is going to come. So now he's calling all his relatives, all his mantris, and he's all of them, all the people who have served him. And then he remembers, oh, there was the Mahamurkha also, whom I have employed many years back. So let me call him also. So he calls that Mahamurkha and he says, oh, Mahamurkha, so I'm going to go on a long journey. I'm going to go away. And this Mahamurkha, he says, oh, King, please take me also now. King says, oh, Murkha, you cannot come with me. Murkha says, oh, you might be going with your queens. That's why. He says, Murkha, no, I'm not going with my queens. I'm going alone. Huh? You are going alone? So shall I make the arrangement for the chariots and maybe, a lot of sevaks and the soldiers and everything? He says, Murkha, why don't you understand? It's not like that. Just going to go. He says, you don't need chariot also. So king becomes irritated. He says, just leave it. Just leave it. You also have done a lot of service. It's a time for you to also retire. So please identify one more Mahamurkha like you in your kingdom and give him the danda and you retire, you'll get your pension. Just wanted to inform you that. So okay, Murkha said, oh, I have to find one more Murkha like me. King says, yeah. So this Mahamurkha gives the danda to the king, and king get completely furious. He says, what do you mean? I am the Mahamurkha? And this Mahamurkha now says, yes, king, you are that Mahamurkha. Because you knew. There is going to be a time when even a broken needle is not going to come with you. Still, you didn't inquire what should be the purpose of life? What is the ultimate destination should be for a human form of life? Who can be greater murkha than this? Who while away whole of his life doing nothing for the purpose for which the human life is meant for? And hearing this, king was really taken aback, and he says, "You don't talk, seems to be talking like a murkha. Who are you?" He said, "Do you remember the king? That the Brahmana who had come and asked for this benediction? I am the disciple of the same Brahmana, and I have been waiting for this moment. That at one moment of time, when you come near to the death, at least at that time, I can talk to you." So, from this story, we can understand all of us are having a similar story. Should we not inquire about the purpose of life and just leave the life for the sake of living? We must. And that is the human form is meant for. So please continue to look forward for my videos to understand what should be the purpose of life. Thank you very much.